So how good is Berkeley? It enjoys a great reputation, and the 5 ranking exercises we checked in fact suggested that it is close to the top. So close you can hardly differentiate between Stanford and Berkeley, which in the recent ranking by Forbes of American universities in 2023 shared the second position with Stanford, both second only to MIT. But despite sharing the second place with Stanford, Berkeley is significantly different. In this talk, I will review Berkeley's position in 5 ranking exercises, talk about some measures, and offer you some advice. Let us begin immediately with the rankings. I remind you, they measure different things. Hence, rankings might be very different. Berkeley is a great example. While Forbes data placed it second, the Leiden ranking, which counts the number of publications and its derivatives, offers that Berkeley is number 7 in the world. In that ranking, Harvard rules without competition. The QS World University Rankings offers that Berkeley is only 27 in the world. The Times World University Rankings offers that it is taking the 8th place, and Shanghai Jiaotong Rankings, or ARWA, suggests that it is number 5 and mostly stable across the past decade. So whichever ranking you look at, Berkeley is clearly in basically top 10. If you're considering applying, do not hesitate. It is a great university. It boasts an astonishing number of 35 Nobel laureates. Berkeley is one of the top public universities in the USA. It has a rich tradition of leading technological and social change. Berkeley's faculty has been involved in the discovery of vitamins, the development of the atomic bomb, and the creation of the flu vaccine. Since the free speech movement of the 1960s, Berkeley students have maintained a strong tradition of involvement in social and moral justice movement, an attitude that pervades the Berkeley campus until this day. The school is the top producer of Peace Corps members, and 5,300 students participate in off-campus public service programs. While Native Americans constitute a very small number of students at Berkeley, their social activism was responsible for a stormy moral outrage against Alfred Kroeber, an anthropologist who was involved in morally problematic actions vis-à-vis Native Americans. The students succeeded in pushing the university to erase the name of the building. The campus offers a housing program that allows students to be part of a smaller community with similar interests and identities. The university has more than 150 departments and 8 interdisciplinary research units in 5 colleges and 1 school. Berkeley's faculty boasts 4 Pulitzer Prize winners. In contrast to MIT and Stanford, Berkeley has a huge student body with more than 45,000 students, 3/4 of which are undergraduate students. Student-to-faculty ratio is 17:1. The annual cost is more than $70,000, and scholarships are modest, with an average of $17,000. Salary after 10 years of graduation is more than $150,000, but significantly less than estimated for MIT and Stanford graduates. Given Berkeley's emphasis on undergraduates, it has fewer international students compared with Stanford and MIT. Its student composition is also different. 30% are of Asian origin, whites close to 27%, Hispanics 14%, while African Americans only 2%. Like its competitors, Berkeley attracts some of the most brilliant young minds to its campus. The acceptance rate is 17%, with SAT scores starting at 1,300. Still, the top students are indeed bright, with SATs of more than 1,500. The retention rate is almost universal at 96%. Graduation in 6 years, 92%. Indeed, nice figures. They mean that if you're accepted, you are most likely to graduate. As one Berkeley student said, Berkeley is a very competitive school with a lot of smart and ambitious students. Students who came here were all in the top 1% of their high schools and are used to being on top. I am studying ECCS at Berkeley, and to say the least, it has been rough. But I think the training I've received at Berkeley would not match most private schools. Berkeley teaches you to be independent. It makes you fail and doubt yourself constantly, and it teaches you how to learn from your friends. Berkeley has some of the best professors and departments in the world and is really a place of its own. If you wish to pursue a competitive program like engineering or business, I would tell you not to think twice. You will get your money back in no time. In fact, if you are a stellar student, you will be able to pay back your loans in 2 or 3 years easily. Another student testified that UC Berkeley has the best and most expert professionals in the world in many subjects, from literature to history to science. Ask a question about relativity and you can be pretty sure that the answer you will get will be accurate. But truly, experts are not necessarily the best teachers. UC Berkeley has some excellent teachers, but not all. I always recommend to students that when they take a course outside of their major, let's say in literature or physics, for example, that they choose not the course, but the professor. Pick one who has an asterisk next to his or her name in the UCB catalog. That asterisk means that the professor won the Distinguished Teaching Award and is a great indicator of an enjoyable learning experience. And since this is UC Berkeley, you're also guaranteed that the professor is also a world-class expert. So you get the point that Berkeley is a great institution. Go for it. Hi, I am Professor Gad Yair, and in my YouTube channel and my online course, you will learn everything you need to know about academia and science careers. I provide you with tips, suggestions, and recommendations, along with information on new trends in higher education. My course, Land Your Academic Career, goes deeper and takes a more practical approach. Join me on your journey to land your academic career. Until next time, I am Professor Gad Yair.